What he did with Gachagua yesterday scared me. A deputy president who is a billionaire by his own admission was removed like a fly on a wall. Who are you? Who am I? If we let this man go on, will your theories be tested or will we be forever destroyed? Because I did not participate in the last general election. But when Raila began the Maandamano, we met with him at Riverside Drive. And he hosted a meeting where Makau Mutua was a coordinator. His sister was there, Ruto Dinga, James Orengo, Amolo Otiende, Oledema, and several people. And Raila said, look, we lost this election, but Ruto has been elected. I want to give him a chance to govern. But the first thing Ruto has done, he has bought MPs of ODM. And by buying MPs of ODM, he has now taken the majority of Azimio and put it in Kenya Kwanza. And if we allow him to do this is Raila speaking where I'm present personally. If we allow him to do this, he'll become like Museveni and Kagame. In other words, Raila was raising an issue of how by capturing parliament, where Azimio had won more MPs, and Azimio was meant to be an opposition, young Kenyans, that we've had official opposition leader. We've had Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. We have had Mwai Kibaki. We have had Wamalwa Kijana. We have had Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. In other words, even where there was a government, we had an official opposition leader. So what Ruto did from day one was to buy the opposition, and that became the journey toward taking over the opposition. So what shocks me is now that ODM yesterday joined him, that there is no longer any shame. They are not hiding. They are all in, which means that as we speak, 90% of Kenyan's parliament is in William Ruto's pocket. And that's why I asked the question, is William Ruto Amin Dada? Unajua huyu Zakayo lazima tumpatie shindano from time to time. Tuwezi kumpatia kina Murala, anawachukua. Kwa nini achukui Kalonzo? Anachukua Murala, anachukua Karono. Unajua, hata watu wengine, unajua hata nyinyi muangalie game. How come he's taking the lightweights? Kwa nini asiarrest Karua ama Kalonzo? Sasa mimi nakwambia hivi, mimi nataka ni vile sikulala vizuri. I'm very concerned because I can help this country. I'm not in any political position, but I have the networks of bringing the conversation. And nothing, it's very difficult because you mean well, and I mean the country means well. But in war, not everybody will survive it. My question is, if 60-70% of youth are elected to governors and MPs and whatever, won't Kenya be better in the next 10-20 years so that as people resolve leadership issues, people have opportunity? So the question I'm having is that if we let Ruto, Raila alliance, I saw yesterday something that scared me. No Kalenjin MP was speaking. All the people that were prosecuting Gachagua was ODM. And the reason I'm raising this issue is this is a sign of a political alliance for 2027. This is not a time for luxury. This is not a time for political theory. My question is, if we don't do what he did with Gachagua yesterday scared me. A deputy president who is a billionaire by his own admission was removed like a fly on a wall. Who are you? Who am I? If we let this man go on, will your theories be tested or will we be forever destroyed? This is a historical fact. Nelson Mandela was really like Jomo Kenyatta was a passenger. Walter Sisulu and the rest were the drivers of the ANC. And Mandela, because of his jailing, got the sympathy and became the leader of the ANC. Jomo Kenyatta was anti-Mau Mau. He was never the leader. The leaders of the Mau Mau, Dedan Kimathi and the rest, were never ever accolades. I'm only asking the question, and I have not made the decision. I'm asking the question where I'm seeing this country going, the infightings I'm seeing among young people, the lack of experience which is there, and Ruto, and the way Ruto is marching with Baba. You know, I saw Baba opening the door for Ruto in Germany and in the US. Raila Odinga, the mighty Raila Odinga, is now a flower girl of William Ruto. Parliament is a rubber stamp of William Ruto. And I'm asking Kenyans, as Tony Gachoka, I'm in Diani right now. I've never been in Nairobi for 7 years. I don't have to come, but I want to come and help. And if I come and help, I've got some friends I can call and I can get them active. And you don't have to trust Kalonzo, but trust me. I'm telling you, I need to talk to some people because of the things that I'm seeing and where Ruto is going. Go ahead. I must make some phone calls. We can't allow this thing of Gachagua. I don't even know him. But I am going to, even me, I'll go to Nyeri. I'll go there with Kalonzo myself, if necessary, because we have to take this anger. We have to take this anger.
Where does IEBC come into all this? Is it even a viable option? Is it a waste?
That's actually a good point, and that's part of the conversation with the Kalonzos and the rest. What happened with IBC is the following: Kalonzo Musyoka objected to the nominee that had been done by Azimio on behalf since Ruto. So when Ruto appointed the selective committee or the selection committee, a nominee was brought in to represent the opposition. And that nominee, given what Raila is doing with the government, the opposition rejected that nominee. So that matter went to court. So what is happening is that the system is delaying the court case to decide who is going to be nominated by the opposition, who's the opposition, to appoint the person in the select committee that will now appoint the commissioners. So part of the problem that we are having now is because instead of matching and helping Kalonzo achieve the person we need, let's, for example, decide that today we wanted Oki Mtata to be the person in the select committee, then it's us to tell Kalonzo that the person we trust to determine who can be a credible electoral commissioner is Oki Mtata. But we are not having a conversation with Kalonzo. We are fighting everybody. And so Ruto is using the space to grow. I don't want to over-dominate. I wanted Mweru to continue passing the mic, but I wanted to let you know about the IBC. And one of the problems we are having is that we need an effective opposition to get some of these things done. Right now, the so-called Gen Zs are all over the place. There's a young man called Michael, is it? I saw him now with Raila Odinga. I'm seeing the other one, I don't know where. My question is, why are you talking as though there is an absolute, bunch of angels in Gen Zs and every other Kenyan? So my question is, can we come together, the ones of common purpose? Or to your view, we just let Ruto do what he wants? I need to just clarify a legal problem, that there is a legal provision on how a select panel for appointing the IBC is, how you come to it. And there is a conflict between the nominee that Raila Odinga had given and the one that Kalonzo has given. And that matter is in court.
Yes.
Yesterday, Murara Kabiso called me, and I had been advocating for us to petition the Law Society of Kenya to get involved in helping this problem of the IBC Select Committee. And he pointed out to me that right now, since when Raila joined Ruto, even LSK is divided because, everyone has gone political. So it's no longer a united front that it was before Raila went. So he suggested that we petition Mother Kome directly through a petition, and we have strict actions to get the courts to resolve the matter quickly. You can land with that view.
To agree with our Tony Gachoka that yesterday, watching what was happening in Parliament, one couldn't help but feel very scared and very worried for our nation, because it was clear that this is a dictatorship in the making, and somebody is hell-bent to destroy our country. There are two things I want to bring out quickly, because I know there are others who want to speak after me. One of the things is that we cannot keep doing the same things, and expect different results. We are up against a regime that will spare nothing, and nothing including, they don't play by the rules. That's what I want to say. Our constitution means nothing to them. Our systems, public structures, nothing means anything to them. They want to destroy everything. And so my question to us, because we've been listening to many of us on these spaces, and now we are getting fatigued. Why are we assuming we'll play by the rules with a regime that's hell-bent and they don't want to play by the rules? They don't. And they will use anything. They will not spare anything or anybody. They have the resources by them. They will buy whatever and whoever money can buy. And my call is perhaps we can also decide we will not play by the rules. So let us not approach them or approach the regime thinking these are soft people or with gloves on their hands. No, they're not. They will go out all crazy. And therefore, we too need to be crazy. We too need to break the rules. A time comes when people realize it's either we do it or we perish. It's either we rise and do something or we all perish like fools. So we need all hands on deck. Just to echo what many of us have said, we need all hands on deck. We need all boots on the ground. We need everyone we can out, be it Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Martha Karua, everybody and everyone. This is not, we don't have the time and the luxury to choose what can work. We just need like-minded people and hearts and resolve and the determination that we will not let our country go down the route that we all can clearly see we are headed to.